Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Trimmer.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 39 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, 15. Yellow. Attack.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
13 yards on the play. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Able to fight through one tackle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Attack.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, go. Hey, 57.
Mahomes going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now, man, hits him in stride. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice there to make the grab. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Eagles have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner is a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yellow. Let's go, blue 18. Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
First and 10 at the
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd and 10.
43.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Toss right side to Pacheco. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Pacheco once again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Chiefs 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And the Chiefs are going to get it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Well, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now Mahomes. They'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes now to throw. The kick here, it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape for 1st and goal.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 43. Go on, 80.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 83 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They toss it to Pacheco. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man right side is Rice. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 3.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. They're in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Chiefs 29, Eagles 21. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know, the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out of the field. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was